Well, this is all right. Easy, my cat's going crazy here. the a little different than our usual Bayou Gold Guy video today because I should be doing gold. I've got a LG washer that a friend of mine gave me. It went out on him. They didn't have time to worry about getting new parts and that, so it's the pump went out on the drain pump, which lies behind this panel in the bottom here. And I've got the pump in. So I've looked at a couple of YouTube videos on the best way to change these out. And most of them show it going in from the back here. There are brackets on each side where you pop this off, slide the top back, take the front out. When you do that, you've got to remove this boot, which is held in by a spring that's supposedly a real bitch to get in and out. So what I did see though on one video was a guy that did it by laying it over on its side and going in. Hey, get out of here! Get out! From underneath. Man, these things weigh about 220 pounds. A big heavy Chinese piece of shit is what they are. I was looking at them online. When I was checking about getting the pump for this one, I started reading reviews on these things. Within 2 years, this is an $1,100 machine. 2 years, the pump goes out on it. Within 3 to 4 years, $700 repair bills for the electronics going out on it. So every single review said this is a piece of trash. Do not buy it. Which is just amazing to me. Like I said, things go start at 1,000 up to 1,300. So whenever my buddy said, "Yeah, I was going to put it out. Do you want it?" Like, well, yeah. The pump was $35. So yeah, I'll throw in $35 on this to see if I can. Angel, get away! I don't want that falling on you. Damn it! So what the video I saw, you actually went in. If you can see, there's a screw here, and one that's out of reach right here. So I'm going to be cutting this out with my either my multi-tool or my just cutting snips. And then when we get into this, same thing. When you take off this panel, behind this panel, there should be one screw that's being blocked by the sheet metal here that needs to be snipped, and you can go in and be able to take this out. And there's our actual pump. Are we zoomed in on that? What the hell? That's why am I so zoomed in? Oh, okay, there we go. That's our pump unit right here that actually comes out. And those screws hold in instead of having to take out all these bolts on these plates and pull it out. We have to unhook these hoses and should be able to drop it down and swap out the pump. So I'm opting for that method as opposed to taking half of this thing apart trying to get to it. What is it, Irwin? And so that's it. I'm going to see if we can make this work. I've never worked on washing machines. I've worked on a few different things, but mostly automobile. But I have done a little repair stuff. But this is something new as far as this part, not changing out electronics. So we'll see. But like I said, we're not going to get burned too bad on it for a $35 pump. So wish me luck. We'll be back. All right. Well, we're going to start with popping out. Like I said, we're going to try the laid over method here. Now, hopefully I will have the right. I can't find my damn extension bits on these things. So we've got that out. Now there's that screw. This screw right here, I believe, is the one that it showed was blocked by on the video. They might have changed this up because that's Can we get in it to get it out? Yeah, it was damn it. Well, that's discouraging. Our screw fell down into the abyss there. Well, I've got one of those little grabber claw things, magnetics, with a LED light on the end of it, so we'll be able to retrieve that. But yeah, well, that's not an encouraging start to to the project where you lose one of your first screws. So what we're gonna do is set everything up here on our. Hopefully the cats will stay the hell off of this and leave it alone. We'll set our screws up here as we take them out in their own little clusters, so we keep everything separate. So I've got the variety of tools there ready to go. So, like I said, I'm not seeing, but on the video it showed that screw was like what was covered up, where that was where you had to snip away to access it. So they might have just changed that up for that very reason on this model. So, all right, well, we'll take that for what it is. And now, I don't know if I can get an angle on these worth seeing. This is the one I'm going to have to go in. And like I said, be snipping I've got my drill with a paddle bit on it. I think I can paddle bit right into that and make it work. So let me grab that and we'll see. All right, well, ideally, I should be able to do this without damaging anything else. Very, again, cheap Chinese crap, so you're not going to have a lot of resistance with that plastic. And now you can see we have a clear shot to that screw right there behind the thing. So I get my screwdriver in. Get a Phillips head. My tripod just doesn't go low enough. Oh, I'm blocking the light. So yeah, there the screwdriver fit in there perfectly. So I can work that one out. And let's see if this will still access this one here. That's where I need my extension. We don't want to. Okay, that one's already. I don't want to have another screw falling out where I can't find it. But yeah, I can feel that's loosening up the pump in there. The whole bracket sits on cushions to absorb shock from the washer. It's it's spinning free. So, all right, well, I'll let you know what happens here. I'll come back. All right, I did find with this, using this method, there is a screw right behind this hole here. This is not a screw hole that we attached anything to from our bracket. That's just one that's, and it doesn't quite line up with the other one on the other side either. So let's see how tough this steel is on this, if we should be able to, like I said, cut through our cheap Chinese shit pretty easily. Because you know it ain't American steel in this thing. We're not worried about the aesthetics because that will be covered up back up with our cover. So it's definitely not cheap. The thinnest sheet metal here. We'll definitely have to probably do a little hammering at the end, pound it back into place where it's flush for our cover to go back on. Damn, that's tougher than I thought it would be. Plus, these aren't the best. These are tin snips, not metal shears. So, but that's the only thing that's holding this pump in right now. So, I'm gonna get this opened up where I can get my screwdriver into it. It's getting pretty close right there. So, I'll like I said, now you can see that's the screw I'm working to get right there. That was hidden behind that, just that one little plate. If they just didn't have that in the way, it'd make it a lot easier. So, but there's the process continues. All right, just a little note on this. I ended up using a pair of channel locks to get in there and get a better bite and flex that down. Where now I can easily get my screwdriver in there. Well, I say that, can I? Yeah. And get the last screw out, and hopefully it won't join two more of them that are missing in action there on this job. Hopefully they're all together in the same place. I am kind of concerned about being able to line this thing back up properly to from the inside to get these screws back in. But the guy on the video did it, so I'm figuring, hell, if he can do it, I should be able to do it, right? So now that we've got that out, we've got this side out, we should be down to where our pump is pretty loose. It seems to be holding on somewhere, but I'm not seeing a screw head. Oh, there we go. I just had to lift it out from this side. All right. So we're going to very soft, flexible line on these things. I guess it can't be rigid because of the vibration on the. You guys aren't even getting a shot on that, are you? Sorry about that. I became so enthralled trying to get that bitch out of there. So, all right, this is what we're doing right now, is taking off our main. This is the line that runs to the wall. And it's got the little compression clamp on it there like that. Direct it down. I like that 20 volt. It's got the spinning head on it so you can direct it where you need to go. Here's actually this is the hose, this is the pump that comes out into the washer. This one here is the one that goes to the wall with the green head on it. Pull that out. And there's that one. Then we've got our water line that's our drain line there that was coming out from it. And then we've got, well, the wiring harness hooks around underneath here, comes out here, and then tucks in behind that. I will be reviewing this video probably to make sure that it and then from there, show you what we do with that. Okay, there's my. Well, I'm looking for a better. There we go. A little mini Sharpie here. So we can put, well, you see this one's the black on this one, and then here's our brown wire down here. Just so we have it. Anytime you're doing electrical stuff or work like this that you're something you're not familiar with, haven't done a lot, it's well worth it to make sure you put that. All of our things are good. So there is our pump, and then this is this stays with the washer. This is our actual pump right here. So we got to take these 3 screws out, slide this off, and then that'll be our pump unit. So far so good, but I was kind of hoping to hear another screw tink on the inside of it once I got this pulled out. Just because, like I said, I got two missing in action here on this one. So yeah, this is I've had a dryer in here for actually a couple of years. I just use it for a stand for the cats, the cat food. And so yeah, I'm going to end up, okay, now see, that's defeating the purpose of my keeping my screws separate when I rake them all together. So this is our new pump. I did not do a mail call on this one, but it came in just about 3 days on FedEx. So that's the issue right there. And you can see that it has a little bit of when you do it, it's got that kind of flexy spin to it where it's under torque on the thing. Here's our contacts from below. So like I said, we're going to take this one. And I need my extension on this. I have one that's an extension and one that's actually a 6-inch bit. You know, Phillips head bit that is a nice reach, but we'll just have to do it using our manual tool like a sucker when everybody else is using power. Alright, that. A lot bigger than the screws that we took off that held the pump into place down there. These are big solid 1 inch, maybe even 1 1/4 inch. And then that should flex. You should be able to flex that open and slide it out. At least that's what it says on the video. There's our pumps out. There's our tabs. We just need to, and you can see. Oh yeah, you can see that it has that. If you can see that thing wobbling, that as opposed to the one where it's got some spring to it. When this one spins, you can see it kind of has that kick action. This one's blown and barely even attached. Pretty much feels like it's broken in there off of the unit. So that will slow down the draining. So that's a good thing. We know why I'm sure I never turned it on to see it, but these things give out a they call it an OE error on the digital part on it, you know, showing where's my damn flathead. Well, I swear, like everything else, I set a tool down, I never can find it when I need it. I've lost a lot of screwdrivers and needle nose pliers at attics, chasing that in the insulation. But I swear I had that damn screwdriver here not too long ago. I haven't gone anywhere. So, but yeah, you just gotta flex this out and pull that sleeve. Shouldn't be that hard. I'm making this harder than it is. I don't care about breaking the ears on, there we go. I don't care about breaking the ears on the pump. We just don't want to damage the housing here on this thing. I'll be ordering another damn part. Well, that was all that it took on video, was to pry that out. This is what This is why you need to watch these videos from people that actually do it, that haven't done it before, as opposed to the guys that say, oh yeah, you can just do this, this, and this, and that should slide out real easily. So yeah, you want to kind of kick it over that lip right there, and then pull it. Well, there we go. Kind of walk it out. Damn, all the tabs are gone. What's holding it in? Oh. All right, well, the whole pump pulled out from that. And there's our coils. Actually, that's pretty cool. Look, heavy batch of coils there, coppered. I know all you copper guys that are watching this are drooling over seeing that. So, all right, now we should be able to hopefully much more easily reverse that process. There we go, much nicer. There's our contacts for our black and our brown, so we know where they're going. That's good there. Oh, let's see now. Where did we go wrong on this? That's clipped in. That's where my hose. I'm thinking. I guess that is where you need to be paying more attention whenever you pull this thing off, which way it's oriented to go back on, and it doesn't actually say that. So, did y'all notice which way I was pointing this when I took it off? All right, well, that's the extra benefit of being able to pause a video and go back and see how did that look before I pulled it off. So we're going to do that before we reassemble it back together wrong. Well, all right. It's, man, I started getting worried because I couldn't get it to seat in like the other one did, but you just got to really kind of, it feels like the blade's too thick for the impeller is too thick for the chamber in there, but actually it just has to really snug in there, I guess, to get a tight seal along the inside of that, of where it's spinning. And, you know, inside the chamber here, so it gets a tight fit to pump that water, because it needs to be pretty airtight to get the right suction to push it out. So all right, so yeah, we got it back in proper orientation. Not the cleanest heads on these. I don't think I shouldn't have been able to gump it up too much with my drill, for what little bit I hit it with, but see, I'm not getting it's not sealing up tight there. We got to really torque it in there, but we sure don't want it leaking out of this, because that was something else on the video. They said if you're doing this, you might think about going ahead and changing out that bottom gasket that was that big flexible one that came off that leads to the washer, because he said a lot of times that's you end up with water all over your floor from that seal going out, that hose. All right, I think it looks like we're tightly in all the way around. All right, now I'm gonna have to go in and see if I can find my other screws that are missing in action on this. I got one from the bottom or one from the side and two from the top. So, all right, I'll be back. All right, now the pump's back together. It's just a matter of, I believe now what we gotta do is get this slotted piece here into this bracket right here that you can see on the inside. We'll slide it in from one side and lock it down, and then the screws come in from underneath to hold it in place. I think that's the way it went. That's the only way I can see is for it going reattaching in the right way. So, had to have a little safety meeting in between that one and think about this one. So it's so we're clear on our approach. So yeah, let's see. Even in the right position here to show you guys what I'm doing. It's not the best shot for the hole here. I could use my other shorter tripod, but it just doesn't stay in position at all. So, all right, let's see how that works. Again, this is just something to show. If you've never, there's the brown wire to our brown. Plug that back in. And then black wire to our black connection. You want to make sure they seat in there tight. That brown, I never heard it click, but it's in there. So, all right, now, if we recall correctly, which I'm sure I do not. That's what I was saying about having to rewatch this. Okay, yeah, it tracked underneath here through this clip. Came down around through this side like that. And then up, maybe? It seemed like it had a different connection point in it, but I think that's enough to keep it from bouncing around. So now we've got the wiring hooked back up. We need to reattach our, make sure there's no cracks or anything on that. Looks good. I guess it's better to go ahead and do this before I put it in, or should I put it in first so I make sure my hose doesn't get torqued or disoriented. Maybe we'll do that. We'll get it into position here if we can. I'm sorry if I'm blocking you guys in from my side, but I have priority since I have to see it. All the screws were recovered and accounted for, so that was good. The one I couldn't find was caught in the little plastic bag here for the electronics. So let's see here. What? Man, this is where I've always had issues with spatial orientation. All right, y'all don't have to watch me fumble for this for that long. Let me see when I figure out the arrangement here. We'll come back. All right, well, we've got the first thing you want to do is make sure you put that little drain hose back in position, and then push that bottom tab back through. Keep it pulling that way. You got enough room to play in it. Slide that bottom tab in to our little bracket, and then the three holes start to line up a little bit on the face here for our bracket. You just got to get it to lock down into place. And I think that's close, but I'm not even with my holes. Alright, I think that. Then of course, okay, I'm in position. Hand me a screw. Oh, fuck, yeah, I'm by myself. All right, let's see if I can keep a hold of this while I grab. Which ones? These are the front screws over here. Oh, damn it, that's right. Of course, I burned up my other battery. I haven't changed out yet, so I'm swapping from light to drill. Which I'll probably have to just use the screwdriver anyway, but hopefully, I don't know, y'all probably ought to. I can't put it down to check my camera right now because I don't want to lose position here. So bear with me for a second if you're seeing the wrong shot. But I'm getting my first screw in of the 3 here to hold my. Damn it! That's how I started this job. I thought we were in the hole there. Actually, it falls right down the corner. I can reach it real easy from the. Oh, damn. Right, easy, easy. Don't make it mad. We're going to tighten it all the way. Just enough to give it a good bite there. See if we can get this. Shit. We don't want to do that, but that's all right because, like I said, they're both easily reachable. That's not a screw, that's plastic. You can hear it flipping around there. There we go. Let me check while there. Were y'all seeing anything? Well, I guess you were getting a little bit of the shot. Alright. So yeah, I still got one more screw to recover down inside. But this way I can get this anchored from this side, and then hopefully the 2 underneath will go in like they should. And this one should be back here right in the corner. Oh, you can hear it. And there we go. So there's an easy recovery on that. If you drop a screw down the side, it does fall. If you got it turned to the side, it's just a matter of damn it. Unfortunately, it's easy enough to do over and over again if you have to. So, but hey, again, this is showing the reality of doing this stuff. If you don't do it all the time, you're going to be fumbling with, like I said, and that's the one that I had to cut open here to access. So it's a tough one to get into to begin with. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to kind of work around or cut out some more of this metal to get it back in. It came out easy enough. Let's see, I think I got a bite on it that time. It's just a matter of making sure the hole on the pump face is lined up in the right place. And it should be from the other 2. Yeah, there we go. All right. You know, like I said, before I put the face back in, I'll just use my hammer and my chisel and flatten out that sharp stuff. And that'll be good to go for that. Now let's see what we do with our last 2 in the bottom here. Actually, I guess first we should go ahead and reconnect our lines, just because I'm hoping I have not, since I didn't put them back in before I reattached the pump. But like I said, I didn't want to be missing the right orientation on the hoses, have them twisted or something by the time since I wasn't, that sure on how the pump went back in. It's different anytime you're doing work and you're on your back, you're looking up, you're looking upside down. It does, for me especially, it totally disorients things. When I'm underneath the house trying to get level, I can't do anything without having a physical level on me, because you look at things and they look like they're squared up or at perpendicular lines, and they're they're skewed to hell. So it's just that that perspective. Like I said, for being on your back, looking up, looking over your shoulder, at an odd angle, it skews things. And same thing when I went to put this back on. It's like, well, damn, that doesn't look the way I remembered it from this angle. And just a matter of compressing that clip. Actually, I'll have it in a very good position there. Easier to spin it around where I can reach it. And it's a little high up the neck of this. Ah. Yeah, there's not even, I don't think there's any even repairmen in Houma, from any companies at least. There's probably individuals that do repair work. But like when my oven door exploded and after the hurricane when my oven wasn't working, damn, I just can't get this. It shouldn't be, again, I'm making this harder than it should be to put this simple hose back on. Plus, I'm kind of arced around in the wrong, excuse me, guys. And sliding over. All right, that feels like we're sleeping there good. I haven't taken time to go get my damn charger out. It's like I said, I'm swapping batteries between the drill and the light. I got another battery out there somewhere too, but I think it's under something else in the bag. I just didn't dig it out either, so didn't think it was going to be that big of a project. It didn't look like that big of a project on YouTube. It seemed to go pretty quick and easy. I don't know what the issue would be. All right, now our hoses are hooked up tight on both of that, so we are solidly back in. Like I said, there's our back hose that's connected in. Here's this one. Our line's tied in, and then our drain hose here feeds out through the front. And we've got so it can push back in whenever you don't need it. Cover there is back on, so that just leaves these last two screws here, and to see if we're gonna line back up and screw into where we're supposed to on this bracket. So well, if it takes me more than a second here, we'll pause it, but again, you just need to see how difficult it is or not, if it'll line back up, or if you got to juke around with it, or what the hell. I can see it still has it looks like we've got some screw holes lined up there, right where they should be from our position. Yeah, it screws right to the bottom of the pump head there. And like I said, it doesn't, these are not really big screws, because the bolts on the frame are what hold the pump mechanism onto the body of the machine. So these little brackets are just to hold that piece onto the plate that actually has those shock absorbers that keep your machine from vibrating. So man, that should be it for that. It went right back on. It's got a little bit of movement, like they said it should. Oh damn, that just leaves. That's the plate. Alright, I said that just leaves. Dun, dun, dun. the last the last two screws that should be. I got a little water that did drain out from that when I opened it up, but well folks, the next giveaway, who can show me where the screws are out of that damn thing? Okay, well, here's one. Here's one. Don't I need two for that panel? God damn, if I'm... Son of a... Huh. I can't remember, was there more than one screw on holding the panel in? That comes in, then clips onto there to hold that in place. That screw right there seems to be sticking out a bit too much. Oh man, that was not tightened up nearly enough at all. I don't think it would have caused a leak or anything. It might have. No, that's just holding it to the frame. But still, how did I miss? Maybe when I jumped on this one down here. Let's see if we have to break. We might need to stop. Like I said, knock those back so that it'll fit in there tight on the. Yeah, I think I've got a little bit of that edge sticking out right there. Alright, it's harder than I thought it was going to be. There, I'd already flexed it enough. It should have tapped right back down. Still say it's cheap Chinese shit. I just could not believe the reviews for these things. Every one of them's a 1-star review, and warning people off: do not buy this product. Do not buy this machine. See, it's always the little things that kill you. Alright, well, let me get my hammer and knock this thing down a little more and see if that's keeping us out. But it seemed to be... Those screws had to be in there before, though. Alright, let's see. Hopefully that was all recording something decent. Well, I didn't go back and look if I had a second screw in there or not, but I found one the right size in my drill box here, so I put it in. It still doesn't seem to be quite the same fit as it did whenever I opened it up, but it's in there. So that we are reassembled here, my friends. Now, make sure there's nothing to sit on. Actually, I guess all it is I already cleaned it. It's just the new plastic that we destroyed underneath. But a little minimal damage on this one, so all right. Well, back down. So there we have our swap out. You saw it. We're gonna hook it up and turn it on and see if it drains, and give you you first time do it yourselfers if you're like me, saying, hey, you know, nobody else can do it, nobody around to pay to do it, so I got to do it myself or not at all. hopefully this will give you either an inspiration or dissuade you from even trying. So let's hook it up and see if it works. Well, Erwin's already at home on the new washer, aren't you, big boy? He's got a great spot to look out the window. So, but whenever I went to hook it up, I realized I only had one damn line. So, had to run up to the hardware store. Angel, get back. And get a couple. I just went ahead and got 2 new ones. It's better when you do this if you've got a new washer, if you're changing out and you haven't had the same lines for a long time. It doesn't hurt because they will sometimes go from these things where they've been pushed or crimped and put your new rubbers in. So, but before, these have been shut off. I haven't had these on in a couple of years. Since, well, at least because as long as I've been living here now. So, first thing we want to do is clear out the line because there can be sediment and rust. That's very clean there, so that's good. Most of the plumbing in this house is PVC, so it really shouldn't have rust build up. There's our hot, blasting good. So, all right. So that's a good thing. So then we'll attach it to the. Of course, I used some Teflon tape where it attaches to the metal faucets on the wall just for double, because it's got the big thick gaskets in there that are going to keep it seated tight to here. But since it's metal, it's down here where it can flex a little more than on the unit itself. It's always good to go ahead and throw in a few wraps of Teflon tape on it. On these, these are plastic threads on the back here, so that's already going to act as kind of a sealing on it. Plus the like I said, the big thick new gasket on here seats it in really tight, and it's really hard to get a good wrap because these are recessed back into the washer. So move our bucket. Of course, the next thing is going to be, I've never hooked this dryer up, and I don't know if it even works. It's been sitting in here since I moved in. I thought I had a washer, and so I pulled the dryer that was out in the, and then also here you've got you always, if you don't have a washer running, if you're not running your washer, you always want to make sure you keep your drain plugged. Even though it does have an elbow at the bottom for a trap, it still can allow sewer gas to leak up through there because it will evaporate out and dry, and that water seal will be gone. So let's set that there for now. Pull our hose up here, and wait, I just pulled that out. Erwin, I need to move you, big boy. Big heavy unit. Like I said, it showed on the shipping thing on it, 200. I think it said 225 pounds was what it called for on the weight when I was checking out the unit itself. You find out how solid your floor is when you have one of these big things vibrating back and forth on you. So basically, if y'all have made it through this far on here now, we're going to kick it on C. But that method of changing this pump out, I'd recommend you go on, just check out if you're interested on YouTube and call up LG. It saves us having to undo these brackets in the back, pop off the top, have to undo the electronics here. And usually you don't undo them, but you just fold it back, but you're still moving wires and doing shit on this electronics. Like I said, these things are already known for going out and having to have your boards changed for $700 for that. And again, we didn't have to deal with breaking our seal into our drum or having to deal with this. You can see it's got that spring tension on it. They say it's very hard to get it to expand open to get this thing back on without tearing up your ring, unless you've got one of those spring tools that opens up when you compress it. I was planning on just using my needle nose and trying to wedge it open that way, But then I saw this version of, and plus you have to take off this door control here, because they said a lot of times they do not unlatch from the connector very easily. So yeah, just say, and then pulling off this whole front piece. And then once you were in down here, you still had to have your 10 millimeter ratchet to take off 3 bolts with the extension, a 3-inch and an 8-inch extension for that, to be able to get in there, take off that entire plate that we did not have to do. So just to say, and you saw, I mean, I've never done this before, and it took us about 40 minutes recording to change that out, and never having messed with it before. So, like I said, I would say that this would be the method to use for if you're going to change your pump out. And yeah, so let's turn it on and see if it's going to. Like I said, I don't even know how to turn this thing on. I've never used it. Did I plug us in? That will slow it down a bit. It's not gonna drain properly unless you attach everything. So all right, let's see. Did you see it? It's like I'm used to a washer where you look at that. It's like we're powering up the damn time machine here. So okay, and then the light moves to where you turn it to. I wondered how that was working. So normal cotton, and here's all your different warm, high, normals. How do you just start it? Estimated time remaining DE1. Is that a let's see, what should I be doing here? That DE1, is that an error message I'm getting? And then I just turned it off. Maybe it's saying I don't have any soap in the dish. Signal, soil level. Well, all right, folks. I'm not permanent press. I guess that's saying delicate. Maybe is what it's wanting to do. So, what is it? What is it, Sweet Pie? How do you turn it on though? I pushed it in. Oh, I don't have the. Here again. You're not going to get a lot of wash action without the water turned on. Yeah, leave it to the professionals, folks. So you always want to check and make sure that you're not getting a water leakage anywhere off of your connections. We don't look like we are. All right, now we've got water on. Now let's see if it wants to start doing something. There's countdown, 41 remaining. Does it just do it on its own? I guess there you can download it. I don't know what you would download for your bright whites. Delicates, all right. Yeah, we got that. Start washing, cold water. There's the soil level. We can adjust for that. Maybe you got to make sure the door's closed tight there too. Should initiate there. It initiated the door lock. All right, well that makes sense. Yeah, you gotta make sure the door is locked on it. We just want to run it through enough to start to see, make sure that it will pump. I'd set it for speed wash. I'm trying to still get it to drain, so let's see. All right, that's the sound we were waiting for. Our pump is draining. You can see the water flowing there. So, all right, we're calling that successful. We've got us a $1,000 washing machine for $35 on a pump. We'll see how long it lasts. When it becomes a $700 repair job for electronics, that's when it will go to the curb or up to the scrap yard with that 250 pounds. But so, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this appliance episode of Bayou Gold Appliance Guy. And like I said, if you're seeing this for the first time, tune into my Bayou Gold Guy channel. Here's some gold. This is what we usually do on here. But if it's giving you a little help on trying to change your machine out, you know, I'm very happy because like I said, there's only been one other video I saw this method. It saves a lot of disassembling and handling a lot of the electronics that you don't want to do with this, and it you know, worked out pretty good. So I'll give this one a thumbs up, and we're rolling. So peace out, my friends.